Keyshawn Freeman, and we've got several kids that Eddie Culpepper, tailback, outside linebacker that get a lot of reps on both sides of the football, and some of them may not necessarily start on both sides, but they do get a lot of reps, and we try to roll bodies just to keep their legs under them late in the game, and we feel like that has paid off for us, and but real proud of those kids. For at practice, just being really coachable and great kids, and working hard, and allowing us to use them on both sides of the football like that. But back to the offense, Tez Parks had a great ball game. He run the veer well, and did a good job carrying out his fakes. He threw the ball well. Petey Leverett had a big game. He had a big catch, but not only we think about receivers catching the ball, but he did a great job stop blocking as well. And Terry Godwin had a big catch. Had some great runs, and but up front, our offensive line. I mentioned Moose DeLoach earlier. Brandon Sutton, Josh Emery, Devin Powell, Josh Williams, Jalen Allen, Keyshawn Freeman. All those guys did a great job opening up holes for our guys to run the ball. Little Ross at fullback, he had a big night, and so from an offensive standpoint, we moved the ball well, and it's just a great feeling when things actually work out like you practice and you plan on them, and they were kind of did that Thursday night.
Pete, and it seemed like everything that Coach Napier dialed up was spot on. I mean, everything he brought from his bag of tricks was working. And one thing, again, talking in the stands sometimes, and observing from my standpoint, over the last two games, really thought you guys have done a good job of getting everybody involved in the offense, not only Tez and the tailbacks, but everybody is getting their hands on the ball, and when they're getting those opportunities, they're making plays.
They are, and we try to create problems for the defense when your fullback gets the ball, your quarterback or your tailback, or you're able to throw it. Obviously, that puts the defense in a tough situation. But a lot goes into that. It doesn't just happen. And kids work hard at practice and throughout the summer, and there's been a lot of reps with those young men over the years. And they played a lot of snaps last year. All those kids did, and again, they're getting better each week. They're maturing, and most of those names that I said are underclassmen. So it's a pretty special group right there.
And when you talk about they're playing with a lot of confidence,
mm-hmm.
and that's big. When you have some success on the field, you take it from the practice field to the regular game and have some success, it builds a lot of confidence. And after we come back from our next break, Pete, we're going to talk a little bit about the defensive side of the ball, special teams. Kickoff coverage was excellent, I thought, Thursday night. We'll highlight some of those players. So you're listening to the Saturday Morning Quarterback Show, Callaway edition, on Eagle Sports.
Range. Did you know the Kia Optima Hybrid gets better highway miles per gallon and has a lower starting price than the Accord, Camry, and Fusion? The 2012 Kia Optima Hybrid starts as low as $24,900. Oh, by the way, the Optima Hybrid holds the Guinness Book of World Record for lowest fuel consumption in a hybrid vehicle, which averaged 64.5 miles per gallon. All Kia products are backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Visit us online at KiaoftheGrange.com to help support your local economy.
We're open 8 to 8, so don't be late.
Rob and Joel Upchurch is your RE/MAX result agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call you should make is to Joel or Rob Upchurch. Call 706-845-7000. This week's feature is Hines Road in LaGrange, with master on the main floor, spacious floor plan loaded with closet space, and gourmet kitchen with granite countertops for only $205,000. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed with Rob or Joel Upchurch, call 706-845-7000 or just search Rob or Joel Upchurch and check them out on the web. Attention all Corley Drugs customers. Since Corley Drugs has closed, Perry Prather of Holmes Pharmacy has a special message for you.
If you find yourself without a place to fill your prescription, I would like to invite you to let us here at Holmes Pharmacy take care of your family. During this transition of Corley Drugs closings, come see us. We can provide the same level of comfort and care that you have always received and expected from Corley Drugs. To find out more, come see us at Holmes Pharmacy, 136 Commerce Avenue, LaGrange.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality, hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit us on the web at www.southernorthopedics.com. That's southernorthopedics.com.
The state of denial is a drag and a trial. When I bought my cheap insurance, should have known this day would come. Now I've had an accident and I'm feeling quite alone. Called them at least 20 times, but they won't pick up the phone. Without personal service, my policy's kind of worthless. Get to a better state, State Farm.
Don't deny yourself a call to State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
We go back up to pass. Throw it to the corner. There's the man there. Jump ball. We come down with it. Touchdown, Callaway Cavaliers. Terry Godwin, the playmaker.
Boy, I tell you, Jack, that's just a simple fade route to the right side. And as we've said before, not only is he a playmaker, he's a difference maker. And they put the ball up for grabs, and he just simply out-jumped the defensive back for the touchdown. Made a great catch, caught the ball at its highest point, held on to the ground, and put the Cavaliers up by a score of 6-0 with the extra point coming.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Callaway edition of the Saturday Morning Quarterback Show. That highlight there was Terry Godwin, first touchdown catch, and put us up 7-0 last Thursday night. But Pete, before we move on, we want to mention our friend Tony Williamson, who's recovering from double bypass surgery, I believe, last week. I talked to his grandson Dylan on the sidelines the other night, and said Tony was doing a lot better. Talked to son-in-law Alan Galloway, and our thoughts and prayers go out to Tony and his family. We hope he has a speedy recovery, and take a little better care of yourself, Tony. And I guess I should tell myself that too. So, but anyway, we're thinking about you, buddy. We hope you get to feeling better. Pete, before the break, we talked a little bit about the offensive stars. Of course, we heard some of the names are the same on the defensive side of the ball, but and of course the kicking game, we want to talk a little bit about it. The coverage was excellent, I thought, last night. But let's talk a little bit about those sides now, Pete.
Well, I mentioned I started off with Moose DeLoach earlier on the offensive side. He really played a great game at defensive end. Was able to establish the line of scrimmage, and Baby Justice Perkins was our left tackle, and he did a great job inside and the interior line. Red Williams was our other defensive tackle, and then Jalen Allen, who I mentioned several times on offense. Those guys were our starting unit on the defensive line. We rotated several bodies in, several kids in throughout the night. Nooney Anderson played a good bit. Tay Robinson, Deion Smith, Renzo Patterson. Those guys came in at defensive line, and they played well. At linebacker, I mentioned Keyshawn Freeman several times on the offensive side, and when we get to special teams, I'll say several of these names again. But Keyshawn did a great job linebacker for us, and LeBron Zalea, Eddie Culpepper, Kel Kyles, Dre Martin, those guys played really well for us. At linebacker, Cortez Leonard at safety, Petey Leverett, Boom Lindsey, Terry Godwin, and we were able to roll a lot of kids on the defensive side of the ball as well. Coach Hubbard did a great job moving kids around and getting different guys on the field as the game went on, and had a lot of fun. The kids had a lot of fun playing that game Thursday night, and that's what it's all about. Sure. We ran to the ball well, and going into that game, we were really nervous, and you watch a lot of film, and their back was a hard runner. He's a big kid, and they had a good-looking offensive line, and they threw the ball well. So when you face an offense like that that's able to both run and throw, I mean, it can present you problems, as we talked about earlier when we were talking about our offense. But we just sometimes you go out and everything seems to work your way and like you plan on it, and it did for us, and we just ran to the ball extremely well, and we tackled better. I mean, there's always things to work on. We had several penalties in the first half that we got to eliminate, and we do have to tackle better. But the kids were very, very focused, and it was a good feeling going into it.
Pete, one name that that we haven't mentioned because of an injury is number 18.
Deion Bray.
Deion Bray.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an injury update on him, Pete? I know
he's
having some tests run. And
he is, and a little question about exactly what happened with him. He got dehydrated, and they had to put two IV bags in him.
This was at Jackson.
At Jackson,
2 weeks ago, right?
Yes, and but he's doing better. I know he's ready to be back, and we certainly miss him, and hopefully he's back soon. But right now, other than bumps and bruises, that's our only injury that we have. But we at this point in the season, we're going to have your bumps and bruises, and their kids are a little sore, that type of thing. But that's to be expected, and that's football.
Right, and you certainly like to hopefully he gets clearance to play this week because big game coming up at Carrollton, at Central Carroll this
right.
Friday night. So hopefully he can get cleared and get back on the field and provide another body in that rotation on the defensive line, Pete, which is always important. But the kicking game, Pete, we mentioned Chase Freeman's done a great job for us all year. Kickoff coverage was excellent, I thought, Thursday night. And, we mentioned Cortez Leonard, number 10. It seems like, Pete, over the last couple of weeks, he's really made his presence known from his free safety spot and also on kickoff coverage. I know he had a ton of tackles Thursday night.
Not only did he have a lot of tackles, he brings it when he tackles.
When he tackles, he does.
He did a great job on special teams. Coach Summerlin is our special teams coordinator, and he does a great job with our kids. And you mentioned kickoff several times. Chase Freeman's our kicker, and we really covered well Thursday night, and it makes a huge difference. We talked about it many times last year with Tavin Thompson being such a weapon. We said Tavin Thompson's name every week, and when you're able to make the other team start inside the 20, especially inside the 20, but deep in their own territory, it makes a big difference when an offense has to drive the ball 80 yards. And Chase did a good job kicking, but our kids are running down and staying in their lanes and doing a great job covering those kicks.
Well, Coach Summerlin, as you mentioned, staying in your lanes and covering kicks are they're important. It's big, because we had a touchdown. I think Hurt County brought one back against us. So the progress that you've made on both sides of the ball, special teams, you really see that from first game to now. And as a result, you get a 35-0 win and a big win and over Chapel Hill and moved to 2-0 in the region, like we said. And big game coming up at this Friday night up in Carrollton, Central Carroll. Both teams undefeated in the region, so it'd be important to get to that one. So, Pete, we're going to take one more break here. When we come back, we want to talk a little bit about some of the younger kids who got an opportunity to play in that third and fourth quarter. Talk a little bit about our JV team as they run their record to 5-0, I believe, and a lot of exciting things going on out at Callaway. So we're going to take another break here, and you're listening to the Saturday Morning Quarterback Show Callaway edition on Eagle Sports.
To hear from Kia LaGrange. Did you know the Kia Optima Hybrid gets better highway miles per gallon and has a lower starting price than the Accord, Camry, and Fusion? The 2012 Kia Optima Hybrid starts as low as $24,900. Oh, by the way, the Optima Hybrid holds the Guinness Book of World Record for lowest fuel consumption in a hybrid vehicle. It averaged 64.5 miles per gallon. All Kia products are backed by Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Visit us online at KiaLaGrange.com to help support your local economy.
We're open 8 to 8, so don't be late.
Rob and Joel Upchurch is your RE/MAX result agent. No matter if you're selling or buying, the first phone call you should make is to Joel or Rob Upchurch. Call 706-845-7000. This week's feature is 219 East Yorktown, custom built in a fantastic lake community, hardwood flooring, formal dining, huge master suite for only $239,900. If you want to know more about this house or get your home listed with Rob or Joel Upchurch, call 706-845-7000 or just search Rob or Joel Upchurch and check them out on the web. Flu season is upon us, and we would like to invite you to get your flu shot from Holmes Pharmacy. If you have Medicare or insurance, it could be free. If you have a big group of 10 or more that would like to get their flu shot, call Holmes Pharmacy, and we can come to you.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained and experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality, hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit us on the web at www.southernorthopedics.com. That's southernorthopedics.com.
I'm in a state of caffeination, got all my fingers shaking. Must have been my large Americano, mochaccino, macchiato. Now the family's gone to bed, and that's my favorite time to get some tips on better rates. Cause my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better state, State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
They break the huddle, and the ball will rest on the 25-yard line. Carson, a man wide to his right, man wide to his left. I formation backfield behind him. He'll back up, hand the ball off to his fullback. And
quick trap.
Rosser is going to break through the line, go all the way to the 5, into the touchdown for the Cavaliers.
That was Little Ross's touchdown last night. One of his two, I believe, is one of the favorite plays of the Cavaliers, that little quick trap up the middle, and sets up a lot of the offense that you guys run. And your offensive line blocked it well and led to one of the 5 touchdowns Thursday night as the Cavaliers won by a score of 35-0. But welcome back, everyone. You're listening to the Saturday morning quarterback show here on Eagle Sports with the Callaway edition with head coach Pete Wiggins, and my name is Tony Walls. And Pete and I keep staring over here at these biscuits. We're hoping there's going to be some left when we get through. And
I don't know if they're noticing the people that are watching. Each time we come back on, there's
I'm hiding mine behind
different setup with biscuits, and
keep
hiding.
And I'm hiding mine behind the Kia box, so I don't want anybody to think we're greedy or anything. But Pete, the opportunity presented itself Thursday night to get a lot of young kids into the game. Beginning about midway third quarter, and of course that's the JV kids and JV squad, and they held Chapel Hill's varsity out of the end zone, which has got to be exciting for you guys.
It's great. Our JV right now is 5-0, and to see those kids come on and compete like they did against a good football team, and we had some guys make some big plays on good receivers and made some big tackles, and just really proud of those young guys for the effort that they displayed Thursday night. But they got their 5th win this past week or this week against Haralson County, and they go down to Harris County this coming week, and hopefully we can continue that. But Dre Martin, freshman, he plays outside linebacker, quarterback for us on our JV, is doing really well. Cedric Maynard, outside linebacker, tailback, another freshman. Those two young men
had a big interception.
He had a big interception.
Really broke on the ball well, didn't he?
Yeah. He certainly did. Yeah. Stephen Curtis is a defensive end, offensive lineman for us. Little Lay, Chris Lay, Courtney Lay's.
I'm
gonna miss names, so
sure.
I shouldn't have even started naming the kids. But anyway, just really proud of those guys for their effort and coming into that game and keeping Chapel Hill out of the end zone.
Right. Friday night, Pete, up in Carrollton, big game with Central Carrollton. Both teams are undefeated in the region. Though you've had an opportunity to see them a little bit and watch them on film, we got a couple of minutes here left to go. But what can you tell us about them?
They are a gritty well-coached football team. And you mentioned they're undefeated in the region, and Coach Chestnut, is their head coach, does a great job. And I actually went to the Ringo game several weeks ago, and it's a great atmosphere, big crowd. So we need our fans to travel well, and it's going to be a big atmosphere for our kids and for the Callaway community. So we got to get on the road and take care of business. But we'll go back to work just like we always do, and it's just the next step. And we got to have a good week of practice preparing for Central, because I know they're going to be ready, and Coach Chestnut will have his kids focused and playing well. So it'll be a great ball game, great atmosphere Friday night up in Carrollton.
You're exactly right. Kickoff is at 7:30 at Central Carroll. And we need to get all these Cavalier fans in the road. It's a short road trip. Carrollton's not very far away, 45 minutes. Let's fill those stands up, those visitor side, and make some noise and support our kids. And also have an inside scoop that there may be something called Grandma's Fried Chicken up at Central Carrollton. I understand there's a young lady who takes care of that up there, and I've got that from a good source. So that'll be my primary focus of investigation after we win Friday night. Hopefully we can get that. Hopefully we can get some chicken and celebrate on the way home. But Pete, congratulations on a big win, and your staff, great job. And we look forward to Friday night in Carrollton against Central, 7:30 kickoff. Let's fill up those stands, Cavalier fans, and make some noise next week. For head coach Pete Wiggins, my name is Tony Walls, and you've been listening to the Saturday Morning Quarterback Show, Callaway edition, live from the showroom at Kia on Eagle Sports.
Thanks for listening to the Callaway Cavaliers Kia of LaGrange Saturday Morning Quarterback Show on Eagle 102.3, WLAG 1240 AM, 96.9 FM, and online at eagle1023.com. Tony Walls and Cavaliers coach Pete Wiggins.